Make sure that you are strengthened in whatever you do. Christ is the key, and Christ is the ultimate goal. He's still with you. Be encouraged today and forever. Welcome to the Healthy Morning Show right here on HSTV. We bring to you nothing but exclusivity. We bring to you all that you need to know. As I always say, we are the first and most exclusive morning show the whole of Ghana. Yes, and today I am seated with our very own producer turned presenter and a very exceptional individual, Shadrach Abbey. Good morning.
The way she's flattering me.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. Savara,
yes.
You know that this work actually is very tiring.
Yes, very stressful.
And so every time that you wake up in the morning, you need to have a drive and a reason to come to work.
Exactly.
What actually drives you to come to work each and every day, regardless of how tired you are?
God. You know, I wake up every morning and I'm like, I have this perception that I'm living for Christ. You know, people will be like, but why is this lady? Sometimes people do that, okay, we need money and everything. But the question is, if you have all the money in this life, in this world that we are in, and then you don't have good health, or probably you attain all the finances that you've ever desired. Most of us would like to, you know, own houses, you know, own property. I would want to own a private jet.
That's
you know,
great.
Definitely.
I love that.
Yes, I would want to own one. Just one. I just want one.
Yeah, I want like 15.
Oh, easy on that, sir.
Yeah,
easy.
I want to have an aviation company. So
oh,
definitely.
really? Oh, yeah. Yes, definitely. But I would like one, and also a fleet of cars, at least, that I could give out. You know, sometimes one way or the other, you have friends that, I'm not saying that we are all not going to prosper, but one way or the other, some would just go ahead, others would also be coming. But sometimes you also have to be like a form of encouragement to your friends. So what about if you gain all these and just in a split second you lose all these, or probably you just die? You understand? So far as God is with you, so far as He's just protecting you, like, okay, so far as I've seen another day, I have to move.
Oh, I see. So you live in the now.
Yes.
You don't really think about what I will face tomorrow.
Exactly, because I always believe that tomorrow comes with its own challenge. Tomorrow comes with its own positivity or negativity. Let me just live today and see what tomorrow brings. Yeah, that's how we are supposed to live life.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Because when I came in the morning, you came before me. And I could see in your face that you are very tired. And so the first thing you told me, Shadi, and then you go. I'm like, yeah, I understand.
Yeah, you're trying to wash my network outside for me.
Oh, not that. But you see, when we wake up in the morning, there's always joy to serve our viewers. Because what we are doing is more or less like evangelism.
Yeah, true.
It's God's work.
The gospel.
I feel journalism is about spreading the gospel. Yes, impacting lives. Because a number of things that journalism has done for a number of people, even in Ghana and beyond, is unimaginable.
Exactly.
You understand? And so I believe that there's always that kind of joy, there's that passion that drives us to me in particular, to just come and do what I want to do as a person. Because this is what I want to do for life.
Exactly.
Journalism has been part of me, whether on air, behind scenes, in the MCR, everywhere. You just want to do this particular thing that will actually impact lives. So I hope that anyone that, you see, a lot of people now do not work because they are passionate about it.
Exactly. I was talking about
they
passion.
do that because they want to survive.
They need money.
And it makes all of us and most of us very, 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 very unhappy in life.
Depressed.
Yes. So I believe that in as much as you are finding job, in as much as you are thriving to get there, I know very well that Ubi teacher is so famous as no one is papa. But I believe that if you follow your passion,
Passion.
you nurture it so well to the extent that you are able to turn it into monetary.
Exactly.
You will be able to be happy for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So do not let anybody push you to do what you do not love.
Want. Exactly. Exactly.
If you know very well that you do not love A,
What
B,
you're
C, D, don't let your parents force you. Don't let your friends put pressure on you. Don't let anybody put pressure on you to the extent that you feel like I have no choice but to do this to survive.
Yes.
It's all about the mind.
Yes.
So I feel that our young people, like people like me, we are all young. We are striving to make something better out of our lives. I believe that it's high time we sit back as young people and we assess ourselves that what can we do better?
Exactly.
The fact that Savara can do presentation doesn't mean I can also do presentation.
Exactly.
The fact that I'm doing journalism does not mean I should be a presenter.
Exactly.
In journalism, we have different portfolios.
Exactly.
You can be a presenter, you can be an MCR person, you can be a producer, you can be a director, you can be an editor.
True.
A camera person.
True. True.
So it means that just find your niche,
Yeah.
what you are actually
Passionate
good at,
about.
and do it. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
A lot of the young people are not happy, are not thriving because they feel, yes, the fact that I studied economics and so I have to be in this particular bank.
Yeah.
If I'm not in this particular bank, it means that I'm failing.
Exactly.
And so we turn up having comparison.
Yeah.
The fact that you are not doing what you are comfortable and can do better, it means that there's high potential for you failing.
Yeah.
Yes. And so this is some little encouragement.
Yeah, not
to all
just
of us.
journalism, but
Yeah.
I believe in all sectors, as you stated, in all aspects of our lives. Growing up, you know, you come from a certain family or a certain background where you have to, one way or the other, follow a certain trend, follow a certain profession or a career. Because probably my uncle was a military person, then I'm being pushed in that very sector, which I don't, because I am probably like a victim of it. You know, it got to a point, my parents always, you know, our parents want the best for us.
Yeah.
You understand? They want, okay, you know what, growing up, you used to be very active. You know, you have this physique that I believe that when you move to this very sector, you'll be successful there. But I was like, no, Mommy, Daddy, that's what I want to do. That's what I love to do. So I believe if I move to this very field, I could excel. At the beginning, it was a whole lot of drama here and there, but
it happens, you know.
Yeah, I got their support. So not just myself, but you out there, probably you're in a certain field, you're in a certain profession that you believe you're not really focused, you're not really passion driven. Make sure that you find your grounds. Don't just be like, okay, following the masses, because right now we have a lot of youth moving into a certain sector because of finances.
Yeah,
you know, because the economy is hard. So definitely we all have we all
need to do
money.
something to survive.
Yes, but then doesn't mean that I should go. I have a friend who is now complaining of he quitting the service because he feels that's not what he wants to do.
It belongs.
Yeah, and he's just been there for like, I think, just 3 years, and I'm like, man, you just entered the service like just 3 years and you're thinking of retiring already. What are you going to do?
Then clearly he was not passionate about that. He went in for the money.
Exactly. He's so depressed every day, and I'm like, man, you didn't have to do this. But I believe probably he too has his own reason.
Yeah.
But this reason is catching up on him now. And that is very unfortunate.
Let's do what we
inside.
love
Exactly.
and live in the now.
Exactly.
Because hope is something that we need to have.
Yeah.
And we know that if you do what you love, you're going to love your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
True.
And so a lot of things are happening in Ghana. Now the Concerned Drivers Association of Ghana and the Transport Operators of Ghana says they are saying that they are going to increase the fare prices from 13th April, Saturday, coming Saturday, because there's been some increments in the petrol and diesel prices. You know that Goil actually increased their prices, and approximately, or I feel all the pumps are also increasing their prices as well. And so yesterday I had the opportunity to call Pauli. Pauli is actually the, I want to get it right. He's a SIDAC national chairman. Yeah. I called him and I asked him that, oh, I've seen this press release. Is it true? He said, oh yes. I said, but at least we should have official community. You should talk to the GPRTU and some few other stakeholders to actually come to this conclusion. So he's saying that when the prices of fuel were increased,
they were not told,
and the government has J in their eyes. Okay. You get it? The government seems not to actually mind them. So it means that, and the thing is that if the prices are increased at the pump, automatically they pay for it.
Yeah.
And so he's saying that they've been paying for this since, and so they have no choice than to increase the prices. And so Abbas Ibrahim Moro also spoke to us yesterday, and he says that, coming tomorrow is Wednesday, right? Yeah. Tomorrow they are going to meet the transport operators. Okay. Then they will have a proper talk among themselves. Then later they will meet the Ministry for Transport and deliberate and negotiate on the actual fares that they want to take. So it means that regardless of the outcome of the meeting, there's still going to be an increment. Yeah. Yes. And so now they are saying that per the press release they brought, let me just read a part of it. So recent increment in the price of petrol has necessitated an upward adjustment in transport fares as follows. 1, 50% increment for short distance or intracity transport. 15% increment for short distance or intracity transport. And 2, 20% of intercity or long journey transport. And 15% for taxi transport, and increment from 10 Ghana cedis to 15 Ghana cedis fare for short distance taxi hire services. And they are saying that this increment shall take effect from Saturday, April 13, 2024. Wow. Just as it may have been noted by most Ghanaians, government appeared to be indifferent regarding any reduction in the petrol prices as well as of the vehicle spare parts and lubricants. So they are saying that, in fact, it's not only about the increment in the petrol or diesel prices, but the lubricants, the spare parts, they are also being increased. And so it means that they have no choice than to increase the fares. And so I don't know what do you think about that?
With the public transport, I believe this is something that should have, it should really have been looked at, because right now as it stands, I believe, as they are saying that what's the name, when the prices of fuel was actually being increased and everything, they were not consulted and other things, because drivers should, if the government is to really pay attention to them, will not be, but without taking anything out. For some time now, I was looking at the prices of the privates, the Uber, the Bolt. Have you noticed this? I don't know. The prices have really increased.
There's been, slight increment.
You think it's slight?
Well,
wow.
There's been some increment anyway.
Like, it's very bad. Yeah, okay, for my place, I used to, definitely, when you complain, they tell you that, oh, they've increased prices of 4, they've increased prices of 4. I mean, how can I board a vehicle or take Uber or Bolt from my end to this side that I used to pay, I think, 35 cedis from that side to this place? And suddenly, I pick Uber from my place,
not
my
only
end.
limited to Uber, we have the Bolt, you have the
Bolt,
Yango,
not just Uber, the Bolt, the Yango, and then other transport services. And then I pick it, and they are telling me I need to pay a fund of 55 Ghana cedis, and I'm like, at least add 10 cedis so that I can understand. So I'm looking at
they are in their own world.
Yeah, I'm looking at till the end of probably say June, July. I should be paying approximately 70 cedis for my place. So
that's too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me just resort to this taxi because we are now used to Uber, the Yango and other things. I move and I'm like, okay, please, I'm moving from this side to this side. And there's a vast difference. It's like the taxi that we're rather running away from is like now helping a bit.
Oh, I see.
Yes, because I picked from that side to this place and they were like, okay, you know what, just give me 40. Okay, cool. But I was speaking Uber. I'm not saying that, oh, it's normal. But looking at the distance, I don't think that amount should, you know, there should be a total increase like that.
This week I'll try and pick taxi and pick the car hailing services and compare. I think for a number of times I've been picking the other ones.
Yes.
So I'll check taxi and see. But I believe that, you see, for them, it is an app. And so when you order the ride and the money, you get it, like the charges come, you cannot bargain.
Not at all.
And so it means that they can also take advantage of that.
Yes.
To do anything to the app.
Exactly.
Anything to the prices. Exactly. And you have no choice than to pay.
Yes.
You understand? So in as much as we have all these advantages that when you order the ride, you get a chance to even know
the price,
the driver's name, the driver's number, the number plates, the color of the car, and so many informations about the driver and even the car in particular. I think with the issue of pricing, it needs to be looked at again, because it feels like they are in their own world. Nobody is really regulating the prices for them. And so when you order the ride and it is 50 cedis, you can't complain. You can't complain. It's either you pay or you don't even request at all. Yes, so I think we have more to do.
It's very bad. Well, talking about the government and the government looking into some prices, we are not looking at tax and other things. So recently, our president, that's His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, in an event, told us that they are going to launch the performance tracker. Yes, for the government, for the president, so that you know what your sitting government is doing with your finances, the economy. You can be able to move on or assess the government. So the government will, on Wednesday, that is tomorrow, launch the performance tracker at Gimpa in Accra. Now, the platform is aimed at ensuring transparency and accountability in the execution of infrastructure projects across the country. So the tracker would help address long-standing concerns about the accuracy and reliability of project presentation, particularly the use of artist impression to depict outcomes. Now, it will serve as a reliable mechanism for showcasing the progress and impact of infrastructure projects, thereby installing trust and confidence among citizens. So definitely tomorrow, you should be having the launch of the performance tracker of the government, which you yourself as a citizen, you can go on there and look at what those promises made by the government are being done or not. The implementation of policies are taken care of. So tomorrow we are going to have that. I don't know what you think about this performance tracker.
So I'm looking at how
effective.
Well, yes, can we. Okay, I think when they launch that, we're going to have the features of it. And we'll try to assess it as to whether it can even meet that kind of function we want it to be. But I believe that when it comes to government policies and manifestos, sometimes when they are when they are addressing the state, and they mention that some kind of constructions that they've done on the grounds, you'll be like, where is this one reading this thing from? Because you are talking about, say, Kaswa Akole, and I'm seated right there watching the TV, and whatever you are saying is not going on in my neighborhood.
Exactly.
I'm not talking about this government, but previous governments. You get it. So I believe that, well, if they are trying to bring out a very thoughtful, proactive, and a very, I feel that it is a step in the right direction for a government to think in that way. And so let's wait and see what they will bring up tomorrow. We'll go into details and find out what exactly that one can do. To sometimes, you know, sometimes some governments will just bring a policy just to make the people feel like, oh, we are here to solve this problem.
Yes,
But in reality, they are creating another problem.
Exactly. Exactly.
And so let's wait and see.
Exactly.
Today we are going to talk about autism.
Okay.
This month is Autism Awareness Month. And so on Stay Alive, we're going to talk about autism. And so I believe that autistic patients, autistic persons must be taken care of. And because their parents actually go through a lot.
Okay.
When you have a child who has autism, bringing them up is different.
Very. Very,
very different. And so we'll find a way to, as a people, we need to find a way that we can help the parents who have such kids. Because just imagine raising a very normal child. It is not easy. How much more raising a child that has that kind of complications.
Yeah, true.
That's going to be, and you see, a number of us do not even embrace these kids, embrace these parents. We don't even talk to the parents, and they end up going through a lot of depression. Some people, they even throw their kids away. The moment they realize that, no, this child has this problem, they cage them.
Yes.
Because if they feel like
they don't belong to society.
Having that kind of child means you are not going to work again.
Yes.
You have to have 100% attention.
Yeah.
Because the moment you leave them, the next time they are destroying almost everything and even hurting themselves. And so this discussion is actually something that our viewers should be interested in. And so we're going to bring Abeko Grant.
Okay.
He's awareness coordinator for Autism Awareness Training Center. Yeah, and so he's someone that has been taking care of autistic children for a while.
Okay.
Yes, he's a master of this, and he's going to tell us a personal story when it comes to taking care of these autistic children and even how the parents are coping with the situation. In Ghana in particular. And so that's what we're going to do. And we have another one too coming up. Should I continue?
Yes, yes, do.
Okay. So we have another exciting interview. And so these people are saying the show is actually dubbed Menaton. It's a comedy show.
Okay.
It's a comedy show. And so we're going to interview a writer. I believe that I feel he put together this piece, and so he's going to tell us. Sometimes you need to laugh.
Yes.
You need to have fun. You need to go for that play and just sit, relax, have some popcorn, and enjoy yourself.
Enjoy. Probably go with a beloved, a fiancé, anybody. You know, sometimes it's not always about the seriousness and all of that. You need to, I can no play, you know, make Jack a door boy. Probably in your relationship, you need to spice things up. So do not wait for just that very night. But it's also an initiative. I think still in the show we have our very own sports goddess, Precious Azuma, coming our way with sports updates. She's going to tell us what is happening in the sports world, give us all the update that we need to know. And also later, we have the Matters Arising segment where we go straight onto the front pages of our Ghanaian newspaper, telling you what you have on your various newspapers for today, the 9th of April, 2024. So don't go anywhere. Let's go for a very quick turn. When we come back, we have the Matters Arising segment. Stick and stay with us. We'll be right back.
Say na me down, na me serious. Me say me got to move, na me say. Ya kwa me kubi ya ba me ba. Na me na se kan ya ma konta. 'Cause we are see mo bi show bi be. Timi ya do my den, na ma dipe. Aban you met so me chilipi. Nsa din ka krebi me mboni mi. Friday wa kubi na ma club. Me nyamba ya wa kubi na ma talk. One corner, one Ghana. So oti asia na yama. I brand to my bro, me young Kamada, but music and I'm a them no about. I'm a them no about. Tell me, Pana, come on, you tell me, Pana, come and move you. I get to give me the shabby, and I get to get in the shabby. Tell me, Pana, come on, you tell me, Pana, come and move you. I get to get in the shabby. Get it, come in, shabby.
Praise the Lord, hallelujah in the highest. Nyawa and yo nyame, wasin and yo nyame. All by your mercy and your grace, I am grateful. You've turned my life around. Now I'm a shining star.
Last year by this time I'm daddy. Me this cow, me go to but I'm a planning. I know what I could do, more routine I have me. Di ma teme kame kuti bona babe kame. Boka ma sam de bia minte. Mene oka na se minte. I'm focused. Pepe same ame own boss. Enche wana fe. Abe bu sembe na mante. They say my songs be a real one crime. And so minti be a just seven crime. I know go round from me. Today them say they be. Nani na me da say. Mama tafon goso tiase. Teni pano kamani. Teni pano kamenufi. Kakete give me the shabby. Kakete give me the shabby. Teni pano kamani. Teni pano kamenufi. Kakete give me the shabby. Kakete give me the shabby.
Praise the Lord, hallelujah in the highest. Nyawa and yo nyame, wasin and yo nyame. All by your mercy and your grace, I am
Would you like to own a home, start a business, provide seed money, or a good education for your children? The Pro Wealth Plan answers all of life's questions.